I would just garnish this with a beautiful little piece of basil, and that's picture perfect. Now we're going to take our Mexican tortilla, and we're calling this a Mexican pizza or quesadilla, and I'm going to slip this on my grill. I've not oiled it, I've not done anything with that right now. I'm going to lower that down just a little bit. These tend to cook very, very quickly. You can also take one of the tortillas when you're not cooking outside, simply lay it out on a pan, put a little bit of sauce. Now we would be using the tortilla as a base instead of the dough, so you'd have a much, much thinner crust. Perhaps you might do that type of pizza if you're trying to cut down your carbohydrates a bit, so you would have a thin crust versus a thick crust. I don't agree with cutting out carbohydrates completely at all. And you put a little bit of sauce on that flour tortilla, put your cheese, and just slip it into the oven. Outdoors on the grill, you could do that providing you were using the baking stone, the pizza stone. But I wouldn't do that just straight on the grill. So either in the oven, on a rack or on a tray, in the oven on a pizza stone, or on the grill on a pizza stone. That's cooked about a minute and a half. I'm going to get under this, make sure it's not sticking. Just slide it around a bit. I'm getting nice grill marks. Those grill marks are now going to be on an angle because I've moved that around about on a 45-degree angle. Some people call those cross-hatch marks. Other folks call those, if you're involved in the culinary field, they're actually called quadrillage. So we want to make a wonderful quadrillage marking on the pizza because half of the battle sometimes with getting people to try new things is presentation. So by moving it 45 degrees, you're getting a nice cross-hatch mark that will be very pleasing to the eye. We do that also when we're cooking steaks and other grilled meats and vegetables and anything that we can form a nice mark on. It's a whole technique to learn actually how to do that and how to do it real well. As quick as this is going, it's going to be done. So we turned it around a little bit. I'm now going to flip it over. And if you see those quadrillage or crosshatch marks, they're just very, very pleasing to look at. And it's actually inviting me to eat this. This is going to be wonderful. We're going to put a little salsa with this that I think will be just wonderful. Next up, we're going to make some nachos. Nachos, this method can be done directly on the grill, providing you're using a metal plate, or it can be done in the oven. We've even done this in the microwave using a microwave-proof dish, and you'll do exactly the same process whether we're doing it on the grill, in your conventional oven. A convection oven works well also if you happen to have one, a little bit quicker in cooking time, or the microwave. So another real easy dish that's a lot of fun to do. We do this sometimes as a snack when the kids come home from school, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Let me check my quesadilla. Get a plate for that. You can see our wonderful quadrillage marks there. Close up our grill. I'm going to set this aside to let it cool just for a minute so we can cut that up in a sec. Now our nachos. I've got some store-bought chips. I've just piled them up on my metal dish. The only difference between doing this in the conventional oven or the microwave or the grill is that you will not use the metal dish in the microwave. I think most of you out there know that, but can't hurt in me mentioning that. On top of my chips, I'm just putting a little bit more of those grated cheeses, the cheddar and the Monterey Jack. I'm going to now slip that right in the grill, close the grill. I want to get my pizza's all ready for display. First, the quesadilla. We're going to slice that up just like we do when we slice up pizza. Let's see, I'll get my spatula here. And we'll slide this right on our plate. A little cleanup in between. I like to spread them open just a little bit because you can see how nice and gooey the cheese is. And again, that's just another little invitation to come in and taste this wonderful dish. We have a little bit of salsa that I'll serve on each one. When I serve them, I'll sometimes leave half of them without the salsa. Just so, again, we're giving our folks some easy choices when we're doing our cooking so nobody feels left out. Let's continue to do a little bit more cleanup here. Just waiting for those chips to have a little bit of time to melt the cheese. I have some cooked meat here. You can use ground beef or sausage meat. I have some jalapenos that have been pickled and chopped, some black olives that have been sliced, some salsa, and some sour cream. I think it'll make a wonderful nachos grande. Let's take a look at our nachos. We need to put our meat. Get some of it in the dish. Our salsa. Jalapeno. Olive, and a little bit of sour cream. Boy, that's a good looking dish. So, just to recap, we started out and made our regular pizza, which we used traditional style dough. We made our Mexican style quesadilla pizza. We cut it up and left some with and without salsa. And finally, our nachos grande. Folks, we've been cooking outdoors and grilling. I'm Chef David Martone from Classic Thyme Cooking School, and you are watching Cooking Time.